Look, I'm a grown-up. I cooked food. Yay!
Dear Megan, today's Thursday, and I had a busier week than what I had last week, which is good because I didn't do much last week. After I finished filming the video that you saw last, I went and bought me a new tripod because the old one was a safety hazard. On Friday, I went to work, and then I went home to be with my family. I spent time with them. We didn't really do anything exciting, so I don't have anything filmed for you really from my parents' house. Just a book review, and we'll get to that later. So, Monday at lunchtime, we had some family friends over, and we had burgers and beans and chips and queso, and it was good. Really tasty. It was all homemade. So, had lunch with them, acted silly and crazy like we always do together. It was fun. And then I went over to one of my friend's houses because she's getting married next March, and I am her only bridesmaid. So, went over, saw her and her fiance, hung out, had dinner with them, saw some wedding stuff, got my bridesmaid's dress. I like it better without the cardigan. It looks like this. I don't know if I'm going to have to wear the cardigan or not. Here it is with the cardigan. That's what it looks like with the cardigan. I'm not trying it on for you. I'm too lazy. But that's the gist of it. I like it. I think because of the way the dress hangs, if I end up losing the weight that I want to, it will still be okay, which is good because I have to make it fit until next March, and that's a long time away. Kind of problematic. The whole being an adult thing. As far as being an adult, I feel like every generation gets the chance to redefine this word, adulthood, different variations of that, being grown up. But we also have to conform, for lack of a better word, to what the previous generations expect of us, because they've been supporting us, and even if we try to deny it, we want to make them happy, and we want to be viewed as successful in their eyes, even if their definition of successful is different from ours. There has to be some sort of middle ground there to be met. As far as going out and doing something like spending a lot of money as an adult on books and it being called adult-like because you did it as an adult, I don't know if that counts. That would be like somebody who just got out of federal prison going and buying ice cream and then somebody else calling it a federal offense because a federal criminal did it. I'm not convinced that it applies even though we want it to. That's kind of an extreme example, but it's all I got right now. Let me look up the definition for adult. I feel like this is something we should have done much earlier in the conversation. The definition this is giving me is fully developed or mature. I find this problematic. You can't really be fully developed ever. People are always changing, and as far as I'm concerned, developing means changing. I have a cute little dictionary from Target I got for $1. Develop. The definition this is giving me says, I lost it, grow, increase, or evolve gradually. And the definition this is giving me as an adult, just to cross-reference since I'm already holding the book, fully developed or mature, the same thing. So, if you're changing gradually, and that means you're developing, and being an adult is fully developed, then is anybody really an adult? I mean, people are always changing, whether it's for the good or the bad. People are always changing where they're working, where they're living, who they associate with. My parents are in their 40s and they're considered adults, and people they were friends with when I was little, they don't really talk to anymore. So, by the definition I'm getting from the book that's supposed to tell me what things mean, nobody ever reaches adulthood because nobody's done developing, because developing means changing, and the human condition means we're always changing. feel like I just blew a hole in our adulthood conversation, and I don't know what to do about it. I'm going to put the ball in your court now. I got to think about it. Since I have this dictionary in my hand, it reminded me I wanted to tell you something. I saw Wheezy Waiter's video called Words with Clones. I don't know if you saw it. I'll link to it in the description. But it reminded me of how I feel when I'm trying to explain word usage to people, because they use words wrong, or they say words wrong, and then when you try to politely tell them that they're wrong, they're like, no, I'm right, or no, I don't care, whatever, and then it just gets worse and worse and worse. And as I was watching the Wheezy Waiter video, Words with Clones, I was like, this is how I feel when I talk to some people. Also, random question for you, your video had squeaky noises in it? Do you live with a bird now? I'm not really sure what it is. If I can figure out how to download your video and insert a little clip, I'm going to do it right here. But I was very confused. I was like, Megan has a bird. What is this? So, hope you're having a good week. Maybe I'll be able to see you when you go to Dallas. And see you on Monday. Bye. So you get a little change of scenery today. I'm at my parents' house for the weekend. Probably be going back tomorrow or the next morning. It's Sunday, so that'd be Monday or Tuesday. Not really sure. But yes, you get to look at the bed that I sleep on. So yesterday I finished reading this book. It's called Warm Zombies. It is by Isaac Marion. Not really sure how to say the last name. And I thought I'd tell you what I thought about it, change things up a little bit. Warm Bodies is about a zombie. It was also a movie, but I haven't watched it yet, so I can't do anything with the book versus the movie thing. I was really optimistic when I first started reading the book. I thought it was going to be really good because the imagery throughout the book is great. That's one thing I did like. The metaphors and the similes are awesome. And the entire book is about him going on this hunt and meeting this human and the things that happen afterward and the transformation that happens to him, bless you, because of him meeting this human girl. Pretty much throughout the entire book I was able to figure out what was going to happen before it happened. I could figure it out as soon as they would start discussing whether or not something was going to happen, and it would happen, 20 pages later, or something would start to happen, I'd be like, this is going to happen right here. And then 2 pages later, it would happen. I don't like it when I can predict the entire book. I'm okay if I'm able to predict a few things, but I don't want to be able to predict the entire book. I started to get a little excited towards the end because it was starting to look like it was going to do things that I wasn't anticipating, and that happened for a couple pages, and then it went back to I'm able to predict what's going on. I want to see the movie just to see what they did with it, see how they interpreted the book. This book is actually part of a series. I don't remember what the second book is called. Okay, Goodreads is saying it's untitled. I thought it did have a title. But it's supposed to be coming out next year, and I kind of figure if I do decide to read it, it's just going to be to give the book a chance. So if you want to be reading something about dead people, monsters, romance, and you don't want a lot of the normal Englishy things like symbols and motifs and strong character development, then go for it. It's not really a thought-provoking book. It's not really something I particularly look for in a book. I like being able to pick up on the symbols and the character development, and that's not really in here. So that's what I think of the book. I'll film some more on Wednesday because today is Sunday, and let you know how the rest of my week went. Bye.